The action was intense yesterday, and after 5 events, the seniors lead the faculty 3-2. 5 events remain today, so let's see if the seniors can keep their lead or if the faculty reign supreme. We start off the show today with what should be a no-brainer for the seniors, the football challenge. Welcome to the football punt, kick, pass competition. 2 contestants must punt, kick, and pass a football 3 times each. Whoever gets the most total yards wins. It's Justin Hall against Coach Alexander Pratt.
Considering the fact that it's going to be throwing, punting, and kicking, all of which I've done in my previous years of football, I feel really confident.
Well, I thought because I've been playing football all through high school and college and coaching for 19 years, I think I'm going to do real well.
The competition kicked off with a coin toss. Justin won and selected passing as the first event. Coach Pratt went first throwing. He ended with a total of 113 yards. Next up was Jay Hall. His first throw was decent, but the next 2 wobbled just past the 40, and Hall ended with 100 yards. Punting was next. Hall had punted a number of times and was able to get off a couple decent punts. He totaled 91.5 yards in his attempts. Pratt struggled a bit in this section. He ended with a total of 72.5 yards. The final event was kicking. Pratt was not a great kicker. His line drives did not go far and totaled only 54 yards. Victory in this section looked easy for Jay Hall until he kicked 2 of his 3 kicks out of bounds, leaving the competition unbelievably in a dead tie at 239.5 yards apiece. In overtime, each contestant was allotted 1 more go in each discipline. Coach Pratt for the throws getting 56.5 yards. He got 45 yards in the kick and 28 in punt for a total of 129.5 yards. Jay Hall threw 43.5 yards, punted for 41.5, and needed a kick of 44.5 yards to win it all. But he fell 3 yards short, giving the final victory to Pratt, 129.5 to 126.
Who can hit the long ball? That was the contest that pitted Mr. Mark Saselski up against Duke University baseball recruit Kyle Sally. They would play a 7-inning game where a homer counted as a run, and any other batted ball would be an out. Both contestants were quite confident before the contest started.
I'm pretty confident. Think I could take him, even though it's a really good opponent. But I think I got a good chance.
I'm feeling pretty confident. This is a good sport for me. I'm going up against a tough Duke recruit today, but I don't know if he can hit home runs. Softball's a whole different ball game than baseball, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Sally won the flip and elected to be the home team, allowing Ski to hit first. And it was a rough start for the teacher as he went homerless in the first inning. Sally would put the pressure on for the next 2 innings, hitting 4 homers in both and taking an early 8-4 lead. But starting in the 3rd inning, Ski started to warm up.
It's just about getting in a groove. Now I'm warmed up a little bit, getting my groove on and hitting the way I should be. So hopefully we can get a 20-inning round and really put the pressure on him for the bottom of the 7th.
Homer started flying out of the stadium at a rapid pace as he had innings with 14, 7, and 10 homers apiece.
You know, Ski is a grown man. He putting the pressure on, but I'm just trying to stay calm.
With a solid pitching performance from Coach Cruz, Ski finished off the challenge in the 7th inning with 15 homers for a total of 51 on the day. Sally had some good shots himself. However, he never got more than 6 homers in a single inning. His chosen pitcher, Maury Garrett, wasn't helping either, as Sally was often forced to hit bad pitches. He blew a couple way out of the park, but in the end, he finished with just 26 homers, almost half of what Ski had. A solid victory for the faculty in home run derby by the score of 51-26.
In the trivia competition, Michael Sachs represented the teachers and Alessandro Vasquez was chosen for the seniors. The 2 of them will be asked questions from different categories. The first person to buzz in and answer the question correctly would receive a point. The first person to get 20 points will get the win for their team. Sachs was definitely more confident going into the challenge than Alessandro.
I'm the varsity scholastical coach. I'm somebody who knows a lot of factual information about a lot of different subjects. I'm also have been involved in trivia and stuff since I was young. So I think between my experience as a coach and my experience as a competitor of trivia, I think I'm the the person for the job here to help the teachers win the Senior Faculty Decathlon in this event.
Honestly, I have no clue.
Right out of the gates, Sachs was on a roll, taking an early 3-0 lead over Alessandro. By the time Alessandro got his first point, he was already in a deep hole. He would have to overcome an 8-1 deficit if the seniors wanted a chance at winning this event. As the questions grew more difficult, Sachs was not fazed, extending his lead to 12-1. Alessandro was able to answer 2 more questions correctly, but by then it was too late. He would need a miracle to overcome the 19-3 hole he dug himself into. The next few questions, each of them went on a dry spell, giving Alessandro and the seniors a sense of false hope until Sachs delivered the final blow to give the faculty the win by a score of 20-3.
I think I was able to hold myself even on current day trivia, but then sort of passed them on the old time trivia and general knowledge things as well. So maybe if it was current pop culture only, it could have been close, but when you expand the knowledge to a greater set, I think I just had the advantage coming in.
The questions were all about 20 years older than me.
An easy victory for the faculty, this time in trivia.
If you're used to backyard barbecues, then this next decathlon event is right up your alley. It was a game of cornhole, better known as bags, and it pitted Mr. Sipple and Mr. Kapchinitsky against senior Grant Floyd. One big problem for the seniors. Grant had never played the game before in his life.
I think I was chosen to play even though I don't have experience just because, I'm smart, I can adapt, and I'll figure out a way to win.
The game would be to 21, and the best 2 of 3 games would decide the winner. Their faculty was more than confident in their skills.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting bit of information, so shouldn't be a problem. I don't want to be too cocky about it, but we've done this before, and 3-0 lifetime, I think, so should take care of business.
Since Grant didn't bring a partner to play, Sipple would play the first game for the faculty by himself. And as fast as Sipple would set up the boards for the game, he racked up 21 points and crushed Grant 21-0 in the first game. Grant was all over the place with his throws and was not looking forward to game 2. Kapczynski started game 2 right where Sipple left off, sinking a couple shots right off the gate. Grant, to his own surprise, actually scored twice in this game with a couple ringers. But by the time he was able to get a few points on the board, Kapczynski had already ended the game, 21-5.
No, he turned it around. Grant had a couple nice throws there that second round. He scored a few points. The wind was a little bit of a factor, but myself and Coach Sipple, we came through in the end.
No, I don't like the game. It's very difficult. I thought it'd be much simpler. Considering I've never played, I think I did well, but ultimately I did lose. But Sipple was ultimately a good opponent.
A much too easy victory for the faculty, this time in cornhole.
The next sport in the student versus teacher decathlon is the tennis match between varsity girls tennis coach Mr. Barron and the seniors' very own team captain Lauren Parker. The rules of the game are going along with a traditional singles match in tennis. Let's see how prepared our athletes are.
I know this sounds bad, but when it comes to my level of confidence, I'm pretty aware that I'm going to end up losing. And I don't mean to sound like that because, I don't have confidence in myself. But people may not know this, but Barron was nationally ranked in Indiana, or not nationally ranked, state ranked in Indiana, and he's been playing his whole life. And I've had him as a coach for over 4 years.
I'm pretty confident knowing that I probably have a little edge on the experience than Miss Parker, even though the disadvantage of age and getting a little older. But the other advantage is I did coach the lady for 3 years.
The first game began with Coach Barron serving first, and he came ready to play. He quickly beat Lauren with his stellar serve with a clean sweep to start off. The next game was Lauren's turn to serve. Things started off a little shaky as Lauren was struggling to find the groove of her serve. After cleaning off the rust, Lauren's serves began to make it inbounds, but this was no sweat for Coach Barron. He easily won the second game with leverage of a few missed points by Lauren's serve. The same drill went for the third game. Great rallies and a few points scored by Lauren, but Barron still came up on top. Then, going into the last 2 games, Coach Barron decided to take it easy on Lauren and started playing as a lefty. Lauren easily won the last 2 matches against a left-handed Barron, making the score of the set overall 62.
I'll say I think it went how I thought it was going to go. I played my hardest. There were some reasons why I didn't play my best.
But anyway, you can tell she comes out in the yoga pants on. I got my tennis gear on, my serious stuff. I came in ready to mean business, baby.
This racks up yet another victory for the teachers. Let's see if the seniors can pick it up and get a few victories in the next contest.
Well, it was a clean sweep for the faculty in day 2. They won all 5 events to take the win 7-3. Once again, we congratulate the faculty for their dominance and simply shake our heads at the seniors for another disappointing loss. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow with a look at the 2018 prom and the last show for our seniors. For everyone here at VTV, I'm Kenneth Powell.